Always with my gang, yeah, that's gang. Ay, I'ma fuck your sister and her best friend. Ay, I'ma stack that bread up and it won't end. Yeah, I'ma whip that pot up with my left hand.
Alright, what's up, y'all? We're back. Episode 2 of the KG Show. We got Nick in the house. Wrong way. We got Nick in the house. We got Ryan in the house. That's wild. What's up, boys? How you guys doing?
It's good to be here, man. I'm glad.
Bro, I'm good.
We chilling, bro.
Chilling.
Yeah.
For y'all don't know, this is cousin Nick.
This is
Everyone knows
cousin
my
Nick,
cousin
yeah.
Nick. He's my cousin, but he's actually everyone's cousin. So
Everybody's cousin.
Literally.
He's the universe's cousin.
Wait, actually, if you think about it, bro.
Wait, no, that can be bad if you everybody's cousin.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, that's debatable.
Wait, so how are you supposed to holler? But he's like, no, that's my cousin. No,
That's
but
my
if you think
cousin.
about it, dude, everyone has called you cousin Nick. Like, even the people who don't know you
For real.
call you
How
cousin
yeah,
Nick.
people don't even know me, bro. Like, honestly, just due to just being affiliated with y'all, like, just being homies, like, I'll go up and I'll see another person that's y'all's homies, and I'll be like, what's up? He's like, what's up, cousin? Nick? Like, for sure.
Yeah.
It's good with you.
Everybody's
It's cool to be
cousin.
affiliated, but it's like, we'll get to that.
Gang affiliations, you know what it is. 2-0.
Yeah, I feel like it's crazy though, cause like, I don't know how. Oh, cause you met SA first, right? Like we go way back then. You met SA.
You
first.
met SA before you, or I guess y'all.
Well, I met. Okay, so the way I met SA. I don't know if they know SA yet. Oh no, episode 3.
Episode 4.
Four,
You gonna
okay,
meet him. You
okay.
gonna meet him.
All right, so episode 4 you meet SA, but I met SA when I was in 5th grade. So his brother, my older brother, and his older brother were best friends, and when they were in middle school, and then we got to be best friends like elementary school. So then, like, that's how we got it started. So then
Yeah.
obviously you always came over for Christmas
Yeah.
and stuff. So
Spent like multiple summers here in San Antonio and just doing that. When I was growing up, I met SA, and then when I met SA, I met George, and then the rest is history, man. Honestly.
that's literally it right there.
It was one of those things like, okay, if I know him and they're cousins with him and he's good friends with SA, you just automatically assume, okay, he's good.
Oh, he's straight.
He's
Like,
good people.
he's gonna be.
He gets to skip all the initial steps.
Initiation,
The initial,
yeah.
the testing, and you know you can't just be trusting people right out the back. But him, he was like, bet. You know,
Yeah.
that's good people. That's cousin Nick.
For sure. We be proving myself here and there.
That's crazy. You remember the first time you met him or no?
Honestly, bro. God.
Where would that have been?
I feel like it would be middle school, low key.
No, it
No,
wouldn't.
it wouldn't. It wasn't middle school.
High school,
Mm-mm.
college.
It would have been like
No, bro. it was
Nah,
at
hold
least
up.
maybe going into high school. if
okay,
not middle
like
school.
like senior year, junior senior year, really.
Oh, that's probably when we really started clicking, but I would have to say prior to that, honestly. But it's been that long.
But where would it have been?
Would it be at like? Cause like
Because I feel like the whole
Okay, so
squad
I-
didn't
okay,
solidify
okay.
till like junior year.
I met you in middle school,
Yes,
and I think we were cool.
we were cool, and then we
But-
weren't cool, and then we were cool.
Wait, we
again.
weren't cool?
We weren't cool for a little bit, and then we were cool.
What did we do?
We had got in a fight for some strange reason. I really
Wait,
don't
hold on. This is all
remember.
new to me.
This-
dog. This is a one-sided fight, dog.
One-sided
It's a
fight.
one-sided.
This was middle school. It was middle school. We had beef for like a short period of time in middle school,
Dang.
and then we were good again.
I just want to let y'all know, like, this is the first time I heard about. I'm not even.
You just don't remember it.
That's
I
crazy.
remember that.
You remember what happened? Like, what
It was
about?
something real small and like
Nah.
didn't make not even
No
worth
sense.
it. Yeah, it was.
Dang, I
it's
saw.
a
Like,
show.
it's not even worth it bringing it up then.
Yeah, like I don't even remember what it was, but I remember we had beef for a short period. Of time.
Okay, so then fast forward to freshman year. I feel like freshman year was like, all right, like our clique was starting to form. Like we got, it was me, you, Nick. I think. Well, no, you and Nick were like best friends. Like,
yeah,
way early.
me and Nick, cause we were on go team basketball, 7th grade, 8th grade, and we were running the game. So yeah, that's me and Nick were cool, and I really don't think it was till junior year, the prom bus, where it really.
Dude, that is crazy.
The prom bus.
Bro,
It-
that's probably
No,
what
no, no,
I think that's
no,
what
no,
solidified
You
it.
weren't there.
No,
we're talking about prom bus, but you were talking about the other
The
bus.
We did a lot of buses. Those
A lot of
buses
buses,
used to
What
vote.
too many, too
Those
many,
buses
too many
used
to
to vote.
mention.
No,
They're
I feel
crazy.
like we were always cool, like me and you.
Yeah.
But I feel like prom night, like literally, you know what I'm saying? We gelled, like it was so, we got close. You know what I'm saying?
You remember the
Pause.
carrot?
Solidified.
Pause.
The carrot.
Yeah, remember the bus driver, bro?
The
We were
bus
like,
driver.
Like we literally had a heart to heart to our prom bus driver. That
It
was
was
crazy.
Like putting the night in perspective. I had a date. That was senior year, right?
Go ahead, George.
Senior year. Don't get me started about junior year prom. We're gonna go to senior year prom first.
Yeah, we
I had a date. We were choosing dates within the group. My date asked me to go with me.
Dog.
And then it was like the day before prom. She said, "Oh, I want to switch dates. I'm going with this other guy now." Like the day before prom, and she was like, "Oh, if you want to find another date, blah blah blah." I was like, "Listen, like this was last second. Like I didn't have time to switch." So
Damn.
she
Wait,
does
did
it.
she go to another bus?
No, she's still on the bus.
I know who you're talking about.
You know, yeah. So like, we had left dinner early, right?
Yeah, we did. We dipped.
We dipped dinner real early, and we were sitting out on the bus with the carrot, and the bus driver was there, and we just had a real deep heart to heart with that bus driver.
Heart to heart.
I
bro.
was depressed. Like prom
Low
was
key,
terrible.
George was like, okay, so like I don't want to. I'm not clowning you, but like this is literally what happened. So like you know, it's a party bus, so like we're all like dancing, you know, doing our thing, right, on a prom high school party bus, right, and so I look over, George is at the front.
Bro,
of the
I'm sitting here
bus,
like,
and he fell asleep, music blasting, bro, like you know what I'm saying, like.
Damn.
I don't even know Chris Brown Party. You know that
Yeah.
song with Gucci Mane. Yeah, that song's blasting. I look over, George is slumped like this, and I'm like, dang, bro.
everybody was dancing with their date, and I'm just sitting here like.
And his date, original date, bro, was with some other guy on the same dude.
On
Like,
the same, and you know what's the crazy thing? The guy she was with, me and him were like cool. He came up to me, he's like, "Hey, bro, why ain't you dancing? You know, go dance with the girls." And I'm sitting here like, nah,
yeah, dude.
I was like, nah, bro.
Bro,
nah,
in
bro.
a sense, like it's kind of disrespectful in a way because like you're just like, nah.
I don't know if he like knew or not.
I think you would, cause like, okay, so like we had a huge clique, right? Like
Huge.
Like, it was a huge group chat prom, right? Prom group chat, and then like all of a sudden, like she like bailed last minute. And I remember like you weren't even about it, bro. Like at the end of the day, so that was crazy.
Man, can't trust him.
I don't know how your prom went.
If I had to be honest, I didn't go to a single prom, bro.
What?
I only went to one I guess school event, which was homecoming, but or no, was it? Yeah, it was homecoming, but I was a sophomore and I went with a junior at the time, and that's the only time I ever went. And I went. Oh, actually, no, that's a lie. I did go to a prom. It wasn't even my own prom.
I did the same thing. I went to Johnson, right?
Yeah.
But then I went to Reagan's prom.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Yeah, I'm from South Texas, so whenever I go off on this little story, if it doesn't make sense, just go with it. But I went to Hannah's prom, which is another high school in Brownsville, which is a city right across the way. And I mean, this girl, she was dope and stuff, but then soon to kind of find out, I see my two other close cousins or second cousins from back home. They're there. And they're like, "Man, what are you doing with this girl?"
I was like,
bro.
Wait, did Loki kind of clown you in a way, or
Yo,
like,
not clowning, but he was like giving me the heads up. He's like, "Yo, like you should watch." I was like, "Oh, bro."
wow.
That's when I knew, and I was like, it ended up being a good night, but then like, of course, just didn't turn out the way we both envisioned. But you know,
All my dances turned out bad. Like I didn't have a
Yeah,
single good one.
yeah, I mean, yeah, my homecoming was pretty chill, but that was earlier.
But-
Junior year prom, go to pick up my date, go into her house. I had a smoking hot date, super hot. I'm not gonna say her name, but I go to pick her up and just cold sore, boom, like it was a huge.
Wait,
just
on you or her?
On her, bro.
Oh God, bro.
Day of prom, and it was like huge, and it was like I was like, oh my God, like damn. What? Like it was so
Got the
crazy.
right one.
It was crazy. Like, I was like, no, please, not me. This is not supposed to. You know how you have that like vision of what prom's gonna be. That killed that whole vision. Like the prom went out the window. And then to add that, like were you on that bus junior year?
Nah, I went to Johnson's.
Okay. Yeah, they put all the proms on senior. So we get on the bus, we go to prom, we come back. We're at Nick's house, and she takes all the girls to go meet up with some dude. I'm not gonna say his name either, because I think that dude's in jail. I'm not gonna lie, that dude is literally in jail. But this is a dude who got all the girls in high school. He was a senior while we were a junior. He used to get all the girls. She was talking to him and texting him the whole night. She's my day talking to this dude the whole night. And when we finally leave the dance and get back to Nick's house, we're supposed to have the after party. Yeah. She rounds up all the girls and say, "Hey, let's go meet up with this dude." And all the girls get up and dip, bro. Like, I saw somebody break up with their girlfriend that night. It went downhill.
Yeah, relationships ended on prom night, dog. You know that's a terrible prom.
Terrible.
I don't even remember my junior. Hold on, let me think of my junior prom, bro. Who did I? To be honest, bro, I think. Oh, chill out. Nah. I don't want to. I don't even want to hear that. I don't even want to hear that name. My junior prom was actually kind of boring. Like, but it was cool though. Like, it was a cool first prom. You know what I'm saying? Like, my baseball buddies, right, in high school, like, they didn't really do much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was cool. Like, it was a cool. Dip your toe. Yeah.
No, junior prom was nobody. There was no drinking on the bus. There was none of that. Everybody was pretty calm. And then senior year came around. Everything went off the walls.
But it's just crazy because, like, I feel. Some stuff went down my junior. You want to hear the story? What happened, Doc? All right. So okay. So basically, oh my God. Okay. So basically, right.
Fake names.
Yeah, so me and my buddy Ryan, real name Ryan, my buddy Ryan, he was gonna ask a girl to prom, and then her best friend, I was gonna ask her, right? You know, cause like double date type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. Me and my buddy, we're all gonna go on a double date to prom with our baseball clique, right? And then the girl that I asked, she was like crazy, bro. Like she thought like I really liked her. You know what I'm saying? So she was like texting me all this crazy stuff, you know, yada yada, you know what I'm saying? So it was crazy.
The whole 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards, right? So then she was like, yeah, my parents want to meet you way before prom. And so I was like, I'm nervous. I'm like, what, 17? Are you 17? Yeah, something like that. And so I was like, I asked my mom, and my mom's a real one. I'm like, can you come with me so I can meet her parents? And my mom was like, yeah, sure. Like, I just want to be alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want them to think like it's anything real.
No, that's smart that you brought.
That's what I'm saying. And so it eased the tension. Yeah. So then my mom, we talked. You know, she was like, blah blah blah. Yeah, like her parents were like, yeah, I'm gonna pick you up right as the prom end. I'm like, cool, perfect. In my mind, we're just going as a date. You know what I'm saying? A normal date, nothing serious. But in her mind.
Setting up marriage, huh?
I promise you she thought this, dog. So basically, after that meeting, I call it a meeting, she texted me and said, my parents think you need to step up your game.
What?
Yeah, I promise you. What does that mean? I don't even know, bro. I was like, what she mean? She's like, well, you need to talk more, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I just said, oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You need to talk? What?
Like, you need to talk. I guess I wasn't talking enough to their parents or something. Because my mom was doing all the talking, like, what's going to go on, what's going to go down. I don't know, bro. So basically, here what happens. Fast forward, prom night. We're going to go to Paisanos for dinner before prom. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Paisanos.
Shout out Paisanos. Sonic, go ahead and sponsor.
Sonic.
What else we got here? Hey, Apple. Apple, hit us up. We got all iPhones on the table.
Awesome.
Anyways, so fast forward, we go to the dinner. And so, like, all our friends, it's a long table, of course, you know. All the dates together on each side of the table. And so she was like, I'm eating my food, right? I'm eating my chicken Alfredo. I'm going ham, basically. You know what I'm saying? I'm going ham. And so she gets up. She goes to the restroom with her girls. You know how girls are. They all get up. And one girl...
team meeting.
Tell me why. Why does one girl get up?
It's not necessary.
That's what I'm saying.
They be texting in the group chat.
That's what No, they have their own separate group chat, bro.
Unnecessary.
I just want to know why. If one girl gets up, why does the whole table have to get up, dog? I just want to know this. You know what I'm saying? So anyway,
what do y'all do in that?
That's
all I want to know.
But I'll tell you what she actually did if you want to know. So basically, she gets up, and like her and 4 other girls go to the restroom, right? Yeah. And I'm going ham, right? I finished my chicken Alfredo, and she gets back, and she's like, "Can you hold this?" And I'm like, "Cause I'm already okay." At this point, I'm a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? I'm holding her little purse thing. I'm holding her chapstick, her lip gloss, all in my pocket. That's what gentlemen do, right? On a prom, right? But in my mind, I'm like, when she said, "Can you hold this?" I'm just like, like, what else do you want me to hold? You know what I'm saying? Like, my pockets are only so big, you know? So, or, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You can't go any further. So I reach out my hand, and she gives me this thing, right? On this side, actually. She gives me this thing. And then my hand under the table is, like, silky. And I'm just like, what is this, dog? This feels weird as, you know? Like, and so I come up to the table, kind of, and I unfold it. Tell me why she gives me her thong.
Oh God!
She gives me her
I'm about
thong,
to say
bro.
10.
Oh,
That's nasty. Chill.
Bro,
I would be mad. I'm like, what? Why?
Bro,
Bro, I'm 17.
God,
I'm 17, bro. I'm 17, right? And
You don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do with this. So I literally like put it back under the table. I'm just like, oh, like what do I? So she looks at me. She winks at me. And she's like, save it. I don't even know. She said like, save it for later or something like that. I don't know. Something weird. But she winked at me and it was weird, right? So and I'm like, what the? So I crumpled it. I stuffed it in my pocket. And I kind of freaked out because, you know, I don't know what to do.
Bro.
I'm just saying, what would y'all do?
I was about to say, I feel like most guys would probably get on you for that, but like honestly, if I was in this situation
At that age, I wouldn't know what to.
Yeah,
to
I'd be like,
saying, dog. That's what I'm saying.
like just like unannounced, just like
Unannounced.
Here, hold this for me, like okay, like hold my bag or something. Yeah,
That's
I get
right.
that,
Yeah.
but like,
That's what I'm saying,
but
dog.
like she just like kind of gives it to you like a drug deal or something.
Under the table.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just like, God,
Like,
bro.
bro.
So it's in my pocket the whole night. And so, you know, we go to prom, bro, and we do our thing. And, you know, of course, like, as a true gentleman, you're going to dance with your date that you asked out. The whole, you know, you're going to give the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? You're going to make her feel special that night because that's what gentlemen do, right?
Yeah.
So, and my buddy that asked the girl out, you know, they actually liked each other at the time. You know, they were going to eventually be in a relationship and stuff like that. And I wasn't looking
Talking
at
to Ryan and the
yeah, Ryan and the other,
for
yeah.
sure.
Shout out Ryan.
Mhm.
But you know, and she was like flirting with me the whole time, and of course, like I'm not gonna flirt back. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
how awkward would that be if she's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Your eyes look good. I'm like, oh, your eyes look.
You're talking about
better.
the
You know
girl
what I'm saying?
you were with or the girl Ryan was
No,
with?
the girl I was with.
Okay,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah. So like, of course you're gonna flirt back because she's flirting with you. Obviously, that's natural, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like I knew she wanted me to, you know, give her a peck, you know, on the lips, you know, while you're dancing and stuff like that, but I just couldn't do it.
There was too many people, man.
That's what I'm saying,
Too
dog.
many people
Because
watching.
if you give her, okay, dog,
Yeah,
you're
if you
in
give
the-
her, that,
Too
that
many
satisfaction.
eyes.
Go ahead and yeah, okay. So if
Yeah.
look at this, bro. If everyone's dancing, you're in the middle of the dance floor, right?
That's a setup.
Slow, but I think I played it smart, bro. We're in the middle of the dance floor, slow dancing, right? And I'm looking at her, she's looking at me, and like I could tell she really wants me to give her that kiss, right? But I was just like, dog, if I do, like it's gonna go bad. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, they're a thing, blah blah. You know what I'm saying? The whole school's gonna be like, oh, bro, Ryan and this girl, But that's not the case, dog. So I was just like, playing mind tricks with her. I was kind of like, you know, being flirty, like making her want it, you know, type of thing. But like, I just couldn't cave in, and you know.
Yeah.
So fast.
Especially with how she came about, like the whole situation
whole
prior,
dog.
This is a setup.
And
This is a trap.
exactly, dog. So I was just like, I just can't do it. And then so
Yeah, bro.
eventually, at the end of the night, her parents were there to pick her up. You know, right outside the doors, as they said.
Imagine walking up to her dad like, hey,
Oh,
I have these in my pocket.
bro, that is crazy.
Nah, bro. She was like, "Where my lipstick at?" You start taking stuff out.
Oh,
it falls
my
out. It
God.
falls out, bro.
That is
Yeah,
insane.
fighting.
That is insane. But I knew,
Oh, God.
I knew she was like upset because afterwards there was gonna be a little kickback, spend the night, you know, at a girl's house. One of our friends' moms was gonna let us all spend the night together, you know,
Yeah.
in the living room. So
Shout out to the cool parents.
the cool parents, dog. That's
Shout
all
out
I'm
to
saying,
shout
bro.
out to
If
the
you're a
cool
parent,
parents.
hey, just let your kids live. You know what I'm saying? But
I
teach
think
them.
parents
the
are
right
only
way.
strict because they did that exact same
That's
thing.
what I'm
They
saying.
know what's going on.
I feel like if you structure it right, bro, you tell them, look, bro, this is bad, this is good, this is bad. I feel
if
like
you need help, call me.
that's what I'm saying, dog. Okay, so anyway, so
Exactly.
I knew she was mad because
like
she wanted to go to the kickback, right?
Yeah.
But she couldn't because her parents were, you know, strict.
Yeah.
But low key, deep down inside, I'm like, thank God, bro. Like as her parents were right there, I dropped her off. I said, have a good night. I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna
We
be over
did
here.
good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the kickback. So,
Got a blast.
so we go to the kickback, and this other girl goes to the kickback. One of the hosts friend, the host's friend, of the house. She was there, and all the couples were matched up, and it was just me and this girl, right? And so, we talked. You know what I'm saying? We're flirting, obviously, and so basically, like we
Yeah.
got a little. Nah, not 7. I'm not. I don't even know what's. No.
I ain't even know what to do.
I got a peck in. You know what I'm saying? We're a cuddly like every other couple, but her best friend's there at the kickback, and she saw that.
The best friend of the girl.
The crazy girl. And her friend saw that, so her friend immediately text her, right, and so like I didn't even think about it at the time because like in my mind we're nothing, but in her mind we're something.
Y'all getting married.
I swear. So like
Basically.
basically obviously flirty with this girl, whatever, and then like comes the next day, bro, all hell broke loose. Like apparently she wanted to fork my lawn and she wanted to egg my house.
Fork your lawn.
That's what I'm saying.
What is a fork my lawn?
That's what I'm saying. She wanted to put forks in my lawn or something.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Apparently she wanted to egg my house. She wanted to like.
It's never that serious.
No, it's never that serious. So, but now in retrospect, bro, it's a hilarious story. I thought it's pretty funny. So my junior prom was boring, but yet eventful.
Entertaining.
So I feel like
they were all very entertaining.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I'd be laughing, bro.
Yeah, dude, but
I'd be just embracing
that's definitely
Honestly,
a crazy event. Man.
I've run into some crazy women.
Yeah.
It's just done some wild things. And it just seems to surprise you. Remember? I don't know if I should bring this up, but I'm
Go ahead, George.
You remember that girl I asked you to put me on senior year?
I think so.
Yeah. So I'm taking this girl out on dates.
My bad. Hold on.
Oh, man,
I'm trying to put this thing on.
That's a foul. Look at this man.
Hey, dog, how do you put this thing on? Do not disturb. Bro.
Ringers coming on. It's that moon.
It's
Look for the
right?
moon, yeah.
For an hour, I guess. Okay.
Alright, so I'm taking this. I took her on the first date. We went bowling. She wouldn't let me pick her up. Had to meet her there. Wouldn't let me pick her.
She was in that prom group. By the way.
You're doing her a favor.
No, she wasn't in that prom group.
No.
Oh, your prom group.
My
She went to school with.
You're just doing her a favor. What?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to pick her up. Like, let's go bowling. She's like, no, I'll
Time out, bro.
meet you there.
True gentleman, by the way.
True. I've played.
You're just doing her.
When I mean I played my cards 100% right with that girl, and she still found a way to do some like grimy stuff. Some BS. I was like, okay, I no longer trust women.
No, but you can. I feel like early on you can tell the level of toxicity. Like early, you know. What I'm saying? All right.
So we go to the bowling alley. I'm thinking we playing like one game, maybe two. Low key, or I end up spending $60 at the bowling alley. She kept pressing new game. Luckily I had a job, so I was like, okay. I can afford this. I can just work a couple days, get this money back. $60 at the bowling alley. Then we go on this like triple date to Top Golf.
Triple date?
Yeah, triple date. It was me, her, Hunter, Ellie, Taylor Simmons, and 2 other people. I don't remember who the 2 other. It was Riley Higgs, I think maybe. Or
Riley.
No, it was like Liam White and somebody.
Okay. That makes sense. Hunter and Liam are always together.
So we go on a triple date to Top Golf. I paid for her. It was another like $65, like food and everything, like pocket hurt, bro. I'm trying to really get this girl
plus
spending.
Tip dog,
Spending money. Still could not pick her up. Had to meet her at Top Golf. Everybody else rode together. Could not pick her up. Had to meet her at Top Golf. I was taking it slow. All the other people we were with, they were pressing me like, yo, kiss her. I had walked her to her car and they were watching, like hiding off in the parking lot from a distance, and they were texting me. They're like, kiss her. I was like, no, I'm gonna take it slow because she seems like she's very like
timid.
Like not timid, but like
reserved.
Morals and reserved. If I can't, if she don't trust me to pick her up,
she's
and take her somewhere. I'm not trying to like kiss her, so it's like I'm gonna take it easy. So they're all watching. They're like, man, bro, you should have did it. So she invites me to this baseball game. Her ex-boyfriend plays baseball, and her best friend plays baseball. So I don't like baseball at all, and she goes to my rival school. So I show up to the baseball game. She's sitting front row right next to the dugout. She saves me a seat. I'm sitting front row in the prime light. Everybody can see me. Her boyfriend walks out.
Not her boyfriend.
Her boyfriend. Ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Walks out and she's telling me like, oh yeah, he's mad that you're here, blah blah blah, like he kept wanting to know like who you were and why you were bringing him to the game, and I'm sitting here like, wait, what? Like, so he like knows about me, and she's like, yeah, like he's mad that you're here. So she's sitting here next to me yelling his name like, go blah blah blah. We just gonna call his name. I was about to say his real name. I was about to say his real name.
Boy, they would have known.
Honestly, they're not gonna watch this show. So she's sitting here like, go Richard. So she's and I'm sitting here like, damn, she's cheering for this dude like, and this dude don't like me, and I'm sitting right next to her front row,
Front and center.
like you know when the batters are like about to hit, they're standing right
Yeah,
there.
on deck.
He's right there, like within arm's length. So she's cheering for him. He's pitching and stuff, and then her best friend, who she told you don't worry about, it, that's my best friend, comes out. She's talking to him, cheering him on. So fast forward, the baseball game goes on. And I'm trying to like make my move, progress a little bit. She keeps telling me about this like best friend, and then long story short, I don't know what happened or what the downfall was, but she would never like we threw that party for Nick, his birthday party.
Kidnap him.
She didn't want to come to the birthday party. Blah blah blah. Like it was just that same stuff. Like I don't know who's gonna be there. Blah blah
Oh
blah.
my god.
Then she's posted on her Snap. She's with her ex-boyfriend, chilling at his house. Then she's in the car with him. And then, long story short, the best friend she told me not to worry about, she ended up dating that best friend. Dating that best friend that she told me to never worry
Bro,
about.
honestly, bro, there was a love circle there for
There was-
the longest.
And I was used. I was used as bait just to make them jealous.
Go ahead, George.
I was used. These women use you, bro.
Dog,
I
but
was used
that's
as
crazy.
bait, and it was just
Yeah.
unbelievable.
How do you feel that you were a setup man?
Bro, I spent my money. If I did spend my money, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Bro, you-
But
But
I
she
spent
kept pressing
money.
new game, bro.
Bro, she kept pressing new game. I was like, oh my
Bro,
god, I'm
you-
broke.
Bro, 65 plus 60. God dang, bro.
I spent more than $100 on this girl.
That's what I'm saying,
I even
bro.
kissed her, bro.
You
But
did?
no, I
No,
didn't
no.
even kiss her.
Oh.
That's what light skins do. You can't trust light skins. Light skins guys, they're too high above. Everybody
Nah,
likes
they-
them.
You ruined essay in his life, in middle school, in high school too. So yeah, bro. Every time, bro, D-Man, you remember D-Man?
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
you know D-Man.
Yeah. for
Bro,
sure.
every time, bro, he's like, "Oh, who's your light skinned friend?" Man, I'm like, "Why? It doesn't matter.
I'm right
bro.
here.
We're
What
right
you mean?
here.
I'm right here.
Like we're present. He's like 7, 9 hours
Light
away.
skins have an unfair advantage.
Advantage, bro. I
Everybody
swear,
just
bro.
like light skins. It's
Bro,
not fair. I'm a
anyone-
light skin. That's my screensaver. You know.
Yeah, but she's fine though.
She's fine though.
That-
See, look, we're playing into it.
It's all a trap, dog.
It's a trap.
Nah, but low key though, I feel like you made redemption when you went to college though. Like when your freshman year, maybe even your sophomore year of college. Like I feel like you got that. I feel like you got your redemption of how high school treated you. You feel me?
Yeah.
At least on Snapchat.
No, see, okay, you can say all snaps. Snapchat, you do see the best thing. So yeah, a little bit of redemption, but it's like, I don't know. I'm still like,
Cause you never can get that.
It's,
back.
it's,
you
it's
never.
in your- it's in your- yeah.
It's still like, man, like,
Mm.
Am I good enough?
man, am I like, what did I do? Like, why do you have to?
Why did I do
Yeah, I
that?
was just trying
And
to
then you
look
got
at
the other girl from high school women just treated me bad.
That's
Or
what
no,
I'm saying.
They just
bro.
lied to me. Let me put it like that. They lied to me and they took advantage of me being a very nice dude. Now I'm on a cold, heartless killing spree.
But look how it's treating you though. You feel me?
So now, hey, the karma comes back around. Now I'm good.
You're that dude
You're on
though.
the
But-
grind, you know.
So we were going on another. It was like a quadruple date. There was 4 couples going to Top Golf
Again,
This is a whole nother girl.
another 65.
This is like 1 year
Man.
before the previous story.
So
We're all
different-
going
different girl.
different girl.
Okay.
I need to go to Top Golf.
I'm making Top Golf was the spot. That was when it had just got built. So
Oh,
Yeah,
everybody-
it was fresh.
So
Yeah.
I'm talking to this girl. I'm texting her. Blah blah blah. We make the plans in advance. Like, hey, we're all going to Top Golf. You want to go? She's like, yeah. I told her like pick her up at 5:30. 5 o'clock rolls around. I'm texting her like, hey, we're still good. Blah blah blah. She's like, yeah. We're getting closer to 5:30. I'm like, hey, I'm about to come. Like, are you ready? No reply. 5:45 comes. She finally replies, and she told me she said, I'm sorry, I can't go. My mom's having surgery to get a brain tumor removed tomorrow, and I want to spend time with her. Blah blah blah. I can't go. Like last second, like you didn't want to tell me this any time
Like
before. So I go to Top Golf still because all
even
my
when you
friends.
invited her,
Even
like,
when I invited you, I made
like I'm
plans
sure
beforehand.
her mom was in the hospital
Earlier
then,
in the
bro.
day. No, see, thing. Just let me get
Okay, go
let
ahead.
me get there. So
Sure.
I go after like 6th wheel or 7th wheel, and then I'm driving to school next week, and she lives in a neighborhood that's like on the way to school. I'm driving to school. This the next week, couple days later, her mom is running down the street exercising, and it all hits my head like, oh my God, like she just lied about her mom having a brain tumor. Her mom was, there's no way you have brain tumor surgery on a Friday and then you're running down the street on Tuesday.
Nah.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what?
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know, man.
I don't think
I'm
you
not
can-
a doctor.
I
Hey,
don't
bro,
think you could-
honestly, wouldn't you be like bedridden for like?
If I cut your head open and cut a piece out of you, you're not running.
First of all, bro, they would shave her head. What's this?
She had hair, bro. She had hair, bro. I was like, wow, like what did I
Nah,
do to deserve you to lie to me like that? It's okay though. Like I'm cool now. Like it just made me a stronger person. But man,
I mean, to lie is one thing, but to lie to that extent, to like not even maybe not wish harm on your mother, but you basically are wishing harm on your own mother, bro.
just tell me no. That's all you gotta. What? Your mom having a brain tumor? That's so extreme.
yeah.
That's so extreme.
In the long run, yeah, I feel like in the long run, bro, like all you gotta do is
Say
well, but
no.
it, also high school girls, you know how like they be just,
They just searching
saying-
for clout.
yeah, that too, but they just be like whatever situation they could get out of, they'll just throw it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
with the brain tumor mom, or like, you know what I'm saying? They just be saying some crazy stuff, bro.
Out of left field, bro.
Out of left field, you just.
I feel like today's kids though are even weirder, bro.
yes.
Like high school, I mean, like you know, high
Yeah.
school. Like my mom was like subbing at a high school, bro. And she said girls were like wearing crop tops, like booty shorts.
That's a weird era to grow up in.
I would honestly, bro. I would not like to grow up in this era, especially era of music. Like low key, like there's some good artists, like new artists that are coming out, but like I feel like our high
It's
school.
just copycat.
Like that's when like
bro.
Little Uzi just came out, and like he had like Money Longer or like
Uzi
you know,
21,
One,
what?
Yachty came out with One Night. Like I feel like
That's
that.
when Migos
But even-
were actually good too.
Migos were- yeah.
Bro,
fresh,
tell
were
me the
good.
theme-
The spring break. Were you there at spring break?
Nah, but that's when
Nah,
Nick
but
was.
what year was that?
You
though?
were there at spring break.
We went to Padre.
Yes.
I was gonna go, but I think I couldn't go.
Bro, I could have swore you were there.
Well, I mean,
What year are we talking?
You
We're
were-
talking 20.
Yeah,
was-
it was
Yeah.
kind of blurry. It was kind of
it was
blurry.
blurry.
It was
It was a
blurry.
good time, spring break. Dang, bro. I wish I would have gone though.
We went to the beach the other time for that church camp. That's what it was.
Oh wait, that was
That
live.
was cool.
Yeah, that was
That
live.
was
That
so-
was a fun church camp.
That looked pretty dope.
What'd you do it again?
Hey, I would do it again.
It was fun.
I would do it again.
Yeah.
I would go get me a little church camp bay.
Oh wait, dog. No way.
No, them church girls, wow.
Once they're exposed.
Nah, dude.
Once they're exposed.
Hey, I just want to let you know,
New-
George had a good trip.
I had a good trip.
Dab.
Nah, he had a good trip.
I'm dead.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. I feel like you had redemption in college. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like it
Yeah.
hasn't come yet. It's
Nah,
it's
yeah.
getting better.
But you're working, bro.
I'm working
I know
on it,
You're
yeah.
working nonstop.
But
man,
I mean, honestly though, like, I don't know, cause you're not playing golf anymore, right?
Mm-mm.
I feel like when you're playing golf, like what are you right now? Going into junior?
Junior.
Yeah,
Or-
It's
I'm
second
going. I'm
semester.
my third year,
Second semester.
but it's a 5-year plan, so I'm still a junior in a sense.
So yeah, like I said, like your first 3 years.
Yeah.
So I feel like your first 3 years, I feel like you made up for like what happened in high school. Like,
Yeah. Or no, I spent so much time. Like, yes, I did like get a bunch of stuff and accolades. Like I had the clout because I won a Mr. University College
Yeah.
that first year.
That's what I'm saying.
I
dog.
could have used that clout so much, but that was also my freshman year, and I was fresh into golf, and I was in that mindset like 100%, 100%. I spent all day on the golf course, which is 30 minutes away from campus. So once I left, I wasn't trying to come back. I was trying to stay out there as long as I can. So I never capitalized on the clout, on the potential clout, because I spent so much time with golf. And then by the time I realized like the golf coach lied and it was all like a BS game that he did to bring us here, I was like, man. And then it was too late. Like
Wait, that's how they're treating student athletes though.
That's how they. Like,
that's how they're
recruited
treating.
you?
That's how they're treating golfers.
Oh, okay.
Golf.
He recruited with a bunch of false lies and just a lot of holes that now I think about like, okay, I should have asked way more questions.
Yeah.
Or like now I see why he never
Brought it up.
fully answered these questions or kind of beat around the bush.
Yeah.
We didn't have team practices.
Really?
That makes
What-
sense.
What
as to
team
why.
doesn't have team practices?
Well, you figured out the reasoning or like,
No, he just like was unorganized and just a weird
Yeah.
man and weird. He would like hold our uniforms and you would have to like go and beg him just to get a shirt. Like I didn't get my first like PV golf shirt from him until like 6-7 months in.
That should be the
Gear.
first thing you get.
If
You know what I'm
anything,
saying?
yeah.
That's-
Even if like a workout shirt, if anything,
And
right?
we didn't get none of those until the second semester.
What?
We were the only team in there working out in just random
Regular
gear,
ass.
regular gear, like whatever we had. We're just working out, and then we switched to
I accidentally cast my belt.
no. It's I can take out everything, and then we had switched to Adidas the second year. He held that gear, bro. You had to like kiss up to him like crazy, like brown nose to the max just to get a shirt.
Wow.
And I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. You could. What golf course, you have to beg to come to the golf course.
Yeah, hell
Well,
I
yeah.
would literally have to beg him. He always had some meetings or something, something weird. It was like, okay, if you're not having team practices, you're never at the course with the team. What meetings does a golf coach have to go to so much that you
Wouldn't you want to win?
would?
Mhm.
But the thing is, okay, so he recruits a bunch of good players. We were pretty much an all new team.
Right.
When I came in my freshman year, the team was pretty much brand new. Where he recruits a bunch of players, feeds them these false dreams, false lies. We win because the SWAC is not. There's only 4 teams we have to beat. So if you
Yeah.
bring in a bunch of people who would never actually be in the SWAC in the first place, we win pretty easily if we handle our business.
Yeah.
So we win the first year, half the team disappears because they're already like fed up. So the team I came in with, half of them were gone by the end of the first year. Second year, we win again. He brings in a couple more people just to fill the gaps that got missing. Brings them in, we win again. Like it has nothing.
So you're getting rings.
Us winning, I don't know if my second ring will ever
Yeah.
come, and I don't think he's ever trying to buy us our second ring because
Damn.
most of the people who won that second ring, only 2 people are left off of that second year championship.
Wow.
Because people were leaving, or it was either you were leaving because you wanted to, or you weren't kissing up to him enough, so he like literally force you off the team. Like he would literally keep you out of loops and not text you, or like
Yeah.
he made so many different group messages and would purposely leave people out.
You'd be like, wait, where's blah blah blah?
Where-
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the other players.
And then when you start asking questions, he would be like, "You play, I coach." It's like, hey, bro, like I'm just trying to know what color belt I'm trying to wear. And he would get mad at that. Like, I'm just trying to match my outfit. Like, bro, it was a whole mess. And I said, you know
You
what?
still coaching?
He won 2 championships, and to the people looking from the outside in,
Mhm.
the new coach comes in, wins 2 championships.
Oh, he's the greatest.
He's the greatest. He won like SWAC Coach of the Year when he didn't do no coaching.
Dang.
We brought in this real good dude. This dude came in to be an assistant coach. This dude was better than him. Like we loved him. We were out. He was getting us out to the course. We were practicing. He had us doing yoga. Like the whole team was starting to get real good, but he was doing too good of a job.
Like you fire him?
They
Get
just
rid of
got rid of him. He was there for like two months, and the team was going like up. And next thing you know, he just disappeared,
Gone.
and we never talked about him again. Like this dude was really like doing some stuff to the team, but he was outshining the head coach. Head coach found a way to get rid of him.
Dang, bro. So how do you feel about like NCAA, like that new bill that passed? You know what I'm saying, where you can make profit off your wellness and likeliness or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
I know as a golfer, it took up a lot of my time to where I couldn't have a job. Now I couldn't only imagine a D1 football player at Alabama. Like you're there 24/7.
Like that's your life.
You have no way to make money, and if you get injured, you'll never make it to the NFL. You'll never make money, and the NCAA is making what, billions off this?
Billions, bro.
Billions.
Yeah.
So you telling me you can't pay these? I get their student athletes and all that. There's colleges for the most part paid for, but you still gotta live. Just because your books in your school and your board's paid for, you need gas in your car. You need a car.
You need
you
food, bro. You need to
Food.
eat. I feel like that's the biggest thing. Like there's players, cause I don't go to university yet, so like I don't know how it works for y'all. Like the cafeteria or whatever, however that works. Like
Yeah.
it's a part of like the meal plan.
You
or
don't
whatever.
even make the cafeteria times.
That's
because
what
you're
I'm
in
saying. Your practice I feel like once you get out of practice, it's like, well, I have to go study or something like that, or whatever the case may
Yeah.
be. So like I feel like you can't even shut out like $500 or $400 or $200 a week for these players to eat, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's
Yeah.
that's what's crazy to me.
And then you got the big name players who they're selling 1 million jerseys of, making millions. Like, okay, come on now.
Big
Like,
name.
Y'all making a lot of money off my name, and I can't. Or even if I didn't want to take the money that y'all are making, if I wanted to go, like there's the kicker, I think he kicked for like Florida or something. He had a YouTube channel where he would do UCF, yeah,
Destroying, yeah, that's a homie.
kicking footballs, doing cool stuff. Started making money off of YouTube, something totally different and separate. Took his whole scholarship, couldn't play no more. Like he's making his own money just because. Yes, he's a kicker. He should be allowed to make kicking videos.
And the crazy thing is, like, if he would have obeyed the NCAA, right? You know, the rules and everything, he would be in the league right now. Like, I feel like he's pretty good.
That's another thing too.
But like, he's not getting that opportunity.
Yeah. Now he's really just making videos to just get people to see him actually.
Yeah, but that's
perform.
what I'm saying. No one's at. I don't feel like no NFL team. He doesn't have that tenured of the NCAA.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like no real team's gonna actually be like, okay, let's see what you got, type of thing. You know?
Yeah. College football is different, but like if you see in college basketball, NCAA is becoming a lot less necessary. Like you can work around the NCAA. Like the dude from Memphis who he freshman year played five games
and
maybe.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna sit out for the rest.
And he's still gonna go 1, 2, or 3.
He got suspended X amount of games. You know the story?
Wow.
So basically, Penny Hardaway is the head coach at Memphis. So basically, he used to play on the AAU team for Penny Hardaway, and so Penny paid for his family in high school. Paid for his family to move to Memphis, so they could be with him, right? Because obviously, I don't think they could afford to move over or whatever, and so the NCAA found that out and considered that as bribing, because Penny later became a high school head coach, then later became the Memphis head coach. So I guess they found that as a bribe, like for the future.
For recruiting,
Well, you know what I'm saying. But really, I don't really think it was that was the case, but. So I guess he just shut it down. He's like, I'm just gonna go to the draft because he was suspended for I forgot how many amounts of games.
15 games and had to pay money.
And
back.
he had to.
But where is he gonna get the money
from
if he doesn't get paid and he has to play and practice?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. Where are you gonna get? It was like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it was
like,
thousands.
Where is he gonna get thousands of dollars from if he's at practice doing workouts, recovering, studying?
Yeah,
and it makes sense. Go quit. Go get an agent, make money.
Dude.
And he's still going 1, 2, or 3.
It says he's like, looks like he's going to go number 1 or number 2 at least. So, I mean.
LaMelo Ball, you know.
LaMelo Ball.
Hey, low-key there. I want LaMelo to go 1. Actually, I want the Pelicans to tank. So that way they can get LaMelo.
Yeah, that's too many people.
Nah, dog.
They got too many guards. They got too many guards.
No, bro. You got to get.
Because once Zion's back, bro, like. Because once Zion's back,
Zion's gonna run the power forward.
I want Zion to sit out this whole year.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but once Zion's back, bro, not even Lonzo's gonna be relevant. Honestly, they're already talking about it.
What you mean though? Because I feel like they're gonna run Zion as a forward.
Well, yeah, it's not even that. Like, I mean, it's the half court game is really comes down to. Because the only thing I'm all for Lonzo, but even though like if you're talking, he literally just outlets all the time. He's not really like when you're playing a half court game. It's not really. He doesn't really flow that well. He just goes productive. Yeah, exactly. He's just off the fast breaks. That's where he's truly effective. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's when it comes down to it, when you especially have Zion, and once Zion's back, Brandon Ingram's gonna be his number 1 person.
Brandon Ingram was cold. I wish the Lakers would have kept Ingram because I think he was the best. Kuzma is a bust.
Yeah.
I feel like Kuzma.
It's pretty close.
Sorry, Savon, bro. I feel like Kuzma has just so much hype around him. I feel like all the bright lights are like outshining his flaws, which is I think are a lot of you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be an all-star. Do you think he's gonna be an all-star?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
He hasn't done anything. He's been injured.
Yeah, and being injured don't help either.
Yeah. Do you think what's his name? The little brother.
LiAngelo. Oh, we were talking. LaMelo.
Do you think he's better than?
Bro, LaMelo's cold. LaMelo is cold. He is cold. He can score better than Lonzo. He can shoot better than Lonzo. He can dribble, pass. He can do all of that better than Lonzo.
I mean, damn, yeah. I mean, I've been following Lonzo for a long time. As long as I can remember, at least past 4 years now. Like, the first video I ever watched was him, and then LaMelo was like this little short-ass dude with...
LaMelo grew like 6 inches in a year.
He's 6'7" now, I think.
He went from like 6'2" to 6'7", like that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I still feel like Lonzo's better, but here's this thing though. He's not helping my case at
That's
all.
where we part
At
ways.
all.
Based on what he's been doing, even ever since he came off the injury list or whatever you call it, he has not been helping my case whatsoever. Like I'm starting to think he's a bust too.
So you think they're gonna keep him like for long term?
I think he's just gonna be a bench player, bro. I think he's a bust because he went number 2. He's not performing like a number 2. A number 2.
Who won
pick.
that year, Fultz?
Yeah.
Look at Fultz, dog.
That whole
Actually,
year-
Loki, he's like he found a shot at
What
this.
about D Rose, bro?
D Rose coming back.
He's
bro.
resurrected though.
Imagine if D
Bro.
Rose would have never got injured.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
He's cold.
If he had never gotten
Hey, he was the
injured,
youngest
bro,
MVP ever, right?
bro, yeah,
D
he's still the
Rose
youngest
was-
MVP ever.
Dang, bro. Yeah, I just
Bro, that
because he
dude.
tore his ACL back to back to back or back to back.
I think it was back to back.
Damn, bro.
Bro, yeah.
D Rose
I
is
really feel like if
wild.
he never got injured, it's just he's so explosive, bro. But like, it's not. That's just in his nature. But that's really what caused him to get hurt.
But what
Yeah,
about
but-
Westbrook? Westbrook is
No,
explosive.
D
as all
Rose is
get out.
different though. D Rose
Really?
is different.
D Rose finishes like, oh my goodness, D Rose finishes up like just so softly at the rim. Like he'll explode, just go all the way there and just nice and easy, you know. And like he'll stop on a dime just to pull
A
up.
dime.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Westbrook's good, but the Rockets aren't using him right at all. They really aren't. Using
How can you use Westbrook right?
You- yeah.
When he got Harden.
Unless
Clearly,
unless-
nobody's
yeah.
been able to use him right.
Yeah, I mean, when he was on the Thunder, I mean, yeah, he was good, but that's because he was the only player they had. So I mean, yeah,
only
of course,
really
of course,
scored,
he's gonna shine. Yeah.
How do you
but-
use Westbrook in a team situation? Which you in this day and age, you need team basketball to
Yeah.
to win. You can't win without team basketball.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to.
Shout out the Warriors that just died off that quick.
For
I never even got to see him. I went to see him one time and just Warriors gone. Just like that.
Yeah.
Curry just sucked all of a sudden. What he had a hand
yeah,
injury.
bro.
He's like
Clay-
broke his hand.
Clay
Broke
gonna
his
go to
ACL.
LA.
Yeah.
Clay's going to LA next year. Watch.
What you mean? He
Draymond.
just signed like
He
a
just
$5
signed?
million or
I
5
don't
year
know.
like something
What?
$1 million contract.
Oh,
Yeah, they
I
extended.
thought that was coming up.
I'm tired of Draymond, bro. I'm so tired of that dude.
I know, like
And that's because I was cheering for that dude back in Michigan State when he was on the come up, bro. Like I've been cheering for that dude for a long time, and just because of his attitude, he's a good player, but he's just I can never see.
He's the reason KD left.
I can never see him go one drive or one play without saying something, bro.
So you're
Like,
saying that
yelling
after
or
that
barking,
first
bro.
ring, you can kind of tell like
Yeah, no, not even just him. Everybody flipped, bro. Even Steph Curry, I think, flipped too. Like, I mean, of course, that's confidence you get when it comes to winning quite a few rings, but like, I feel like they just flipped. Because I wasn't following Curry for that long, but I was a fan of Steph Curry, but like, cause he came from humble beginnings and like he was short as hell. He was not supposed to be the player that he is
And-
now at all.
yeah.
But like ever since he won like his first 2 rings or something like that, he kind of just flipped on me. I kind of saw like some true cockiness in that dude. I was like, nah, bro.
He got real cocky.
Yeah, like real.
Look at him
cocky.
now.
I feel like Curry like really introduced to the
No, yeah, he changed
long,
the game. He
the
changed
long
the game,
range.
bro. He
Yeah,
changed
that's
the
what I'm
game.
saying. Like I respect
He
Curry
changed the
because he
game.
changed the game for like just long range
Shooting wise, like you
Yeah,
gotta
like you know
Just spacing, bro.
Move
Spacing,
fast
bro.
and shoot.
Like
Yeah.
you're having defenses move up to play further up just
Yeah.
because you have Trey Young replicating that, and you
Trae
have,
Young is wild.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
kind of
guy.
doubted him, but he's actually
Trae
proving people
Young
wrong,
is
bro.
wild.
He is. Like I just saw some on Twitter. He had scored at least over 30 points these past 4 games, but he hadn't won. They've gone 0-4 the past 4
You gotta
games.
put him on the right
But-
team.
But yeah,
I'm saying,
but
dog.
he's been scoring like nobody's business, so it's kind of crazy to see that, like
That's
how it unfolded. But
That's crazy.
yeah, but yeah, fuck you.
Because you're a Laker fan.
I'm a Lakers fan. We're looking good. We lost the last 3 games. LeBron
Yeah.
didn't start last night.
He's playing so crazy for how old he is, man.
Bro, honestly,
I feel like he's playing like
Yeah.
in his 20s right now. Like
Because
honestly.
he's just like, he just makes the right moves. He
yeah,
doesn't try to
he's
do
picking
too
and
much.
choosing the perfect times when to make an impact.
I feel
Like he's not just
he's
like
picking and choosing
throwing.
his
He's not just
battles.
he's not just throwing his body like he used
He
to.
Now he has a lot of help.
'Cause
Like,
I might-
Lakers have a squad.
Yeah, like when he was at Miami, bro. Like remember how like big, like bulky he was, right? So he
Yeah.
would just throw his body around, and
Yeah.
like I don't think that's just.
I mean, yeah, and even then, like Chris Bosh, like he was a big guy, but like he wasn't really. I mean, based on what I've seen, he wasn't really helping like the rebounding game too much. Besides, I mean, they had Haslam. And then Birdman. That's so much. Man, Birdman came in when they brought him in, but LeBron was doing most of the heavy lifting back when he was in Miami.
Damn,
Most definitely.
I didn't want to talk about my Spurs, though.
I went to the Spurs game 2 nights
Yeah, how
ago.
was that, bro?
And it was you
Oh,
were there.
yeah.
They were.
I was literally when I saw your snap story. I think I was sitting right
Oh, yeah.
above him, bro.
I saw your snap and I saw yours. I was like, bro, y'all have to be on the same
I-
side.
Yeah. right
I
above
saw
him,
your
bro.
snap story when I got home, and I was
Same.
like,
I was like, what? I was
bro,
right
I would've met
above him.
Yeah, so my brother-in-law works for Frost Bank, and Frost Bank's like the official partner for the Spurs or whatever.
Yeah.
So we went to like the box seat for Frost, bro. It was like catered food, free.
Oh,
drinks,
they were living nice.
everything,
We
bro.
were in the balcony.
Yeah. But low-key, I could have got y'all in, like
What?
if I would have seen y'all, bro. But,
Dang, that's
yeah,
crazy.
it was like free food, free drinks until the end of the third quarter. And so me and my brother-in-law were just kept going back.
That's
kept
live.
going back. So,
That's live.
yeah, man. So we got blown out.
The whole energy, in
Yeah.
the Spurs stadium is just
Left.
not the same.
the
Like,
same.
I mean, honestly,
doesn't
ever
feel
since the
good.
big three left, bro. I mean, even when Ginobili
like
left,
it's
they
depressed.
kinda-
Like it never got hype in there. The
Nah.
crowd never really got loud.
Nah.
Like
The team chemistry is absolutely terrible, bro. Like you know how like
Murray
Ginobili-
trying to be his own man.
yeah, like you know how like Ginobili, like back in the day, like Ginobili will do like those no look passes and like there'll be a player in the right spot.
No, yeah.
Like
I mean,
they'll be
Yeah.
doing something like that, but like not no look. Like they just look like not
it's
on
out
the
of
same
sync.
page.
Out of
yeah,
sync.
like
Yeah.
it's bad.
It's unfortunate because Pop is. I don't know how much longer he's got.
I mean,
Like,
they
or how
extended-
much, or how long he sees himself being a
They
coach.
extended him for 3 years, but I don't see.
I
him.
mean, yeah,
He just has to retire
I mean, the
after
contract is
Spurs. I
one
don't
thing.
think
Yeah,
he
contract
can
is
leave.
one thing, but I mean, knowing Pop, I mean, not even just knowing Pop, but like once you're in a contract, I mean, just for Pop for who he is, he could just leave.
pick
if
up
he-
and leave,
yeah,
dog.
if
Yeah,
he wanted
straight
to.
up. I feel
Yeah,
that.
he could, yeah.
yeah, but
And the Clippers, I don't see them. Okay, Kawhi's good. I give it
Kawhi's
to
good.
him. Paul George is overrated.
I think.
Oh,
so.
from watching him,
I don't know how. I don't even.
he missed so many
That's
shots.
what I'm saying. Because if I run that game back, all I remember is just Kawhi just scoring.
Kawhi scoring, Paul George missed stuff. Lou Will, the coldest hooper in the game, the walking bucket. Lou Will had like 22, I think. He
and that's coming off the bench,
off the
right?
bench. No matter where he's at, he's averaging 25 off the bench.
Yeah.
Lou Will's crazy cold.
Damn.
So
Yeah,
I'll give it to him.
yeah.
I wish he was still in the
He
Lakers.
got drafted out of high school. Right?
PG should have just stayed in Indiana, bro.
PG's trash.
He should have just stayed in
He's
Indiana.
overrated. I've never seen him really.
Because that was
live up
probably
to
his
hype.
best chances to get back to the finals.
I feel
bro.
like honestly though, like I feel like after that injury that he had, where he like shattered his leg,
yeah, but
I
that was
honestly
bad.
never
That
thought he
big.
was a
I
stain.
can't.
You
It's
know?
I vaguely seen.
Oh.
I can vaguely see that.
It was
video
at
in my
the
head
USA
right
game.
USA?
Yeah.
Because there was so
bro.
much hype around him with the
He
Pacers,
had-
right?
yeah.
Building up, but then when he like shattered his leg or broke his
now.
leg,
Who else did they have on that squad, bro? It was PG. It was George hill. It was Hibbert.
oh Hibbert, yeah.
What's his name? Number 33. What's his
He was
name?
supposed to be like a young prospect, right?
Oh no, well no, he had been with the Pacers for a while.
33.
Yeah. Damn, I'm just good with numbers and last names, but I can't remember this dude's last name.
Oladipo was he there?
No,
that's what
because he
he
was
was
in OKC originally.
Damn, it's yeah. Damn, that like apparently, I mean that dude. All I know is that dude had been with the Pacers for a while, and then like PG and those other dudes came around like a couple years after, and they kind of just went off. But I feel like if he had stayed there, he'd be in a better position at least.
Damn.
But everybody thought like putting these two stars together would help. But I
Kawhi's
feel like
gonna
just
carry
Kawhi
him.
is just yeah.
Kawhi's carrying him the whole way.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think Kawhi should have stayed in Toronto? I mean, I think
like
him
him.
personally, he just wanted to do his own thing for
Yeah.
sure. But like,
I knew he wanted to go. Everyone knew he wanted to go back home.
Team wise, okay, that makes sense.
Do you
too.
see his uncle? Allegedly,
What he is
allegedly,
asking for?
bro.
He asked for like everything, like
He wanted-
arm and a leg to go to the Lakers.
Yeah, it was like okay. So Kawhi's uncle, you know Kawhi's uncle, right? He's his Kawhi's uncle's
His
his
agent?
agent. So
who is already known for doing too much.
Okay.
too much, like with the Spurs, Toronto, all that.
Okay,
Bro,
for
this
sure.
guy asked for a plane, a private jet, private or like in stocks or investments.
Ownership of the like
Teams.
Imagine asking for ownership of the Lakers. Like when my son or my nephew comes, I want ownership of the Lakers. I want partial ownership.
So he wanted partial ownership and like guaranteed. What do you call
It's
it?
too many guarantees
Endorsement
he's
money.
asking for.
Guaranteed
Uh,
endorsement
But
money.
so the NBA did an investigation. They found out like nothing was guaranteed or whatever. I don't know.
Like stuff, everything he asked for was highly illegal, and he kept asking, "Who? A private jet? Oh yeah, my guy's coming, but I need a private jet."
Dog, what?
What? I get the Lakers; they got all the money in the world. But
Yeah.
a private jet.
Nah,
Oh,
dog.
I mean, he's good and he's proven it, but I don't know. Like, I wouldn't just give somebody a private jet.
Dog, I would have looked at his off or his counter deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would have looked at it and been like, nah, go ahead and like go ahead.
LA,
yeah.
LAC.
Go ahead,
LA.
I'll see y'all later.
You go to
Dog.
the
Nah,
Clips.
I'm good on that. Dang, bro.
A private jet. That's wild. Hey, but you never because
I never
Must
saw
be-
him leaving the Spurs though. I never saw him leaving the Spurs.
after he wasn't playing, I was like, yeah, he doesn't
he's
want to
gone,
be there.
yeah.
He didn't want to be in the. Okay, at first, yes, and him wanting to leave the Spurs was the downfall of the Spurs.
Right.
Yeah, most definitely.
He was supposed to be post Big Three. He was the next thing they
Yeah.
had. It Spurs should be good right now.
And then they had Murray.
And then I don't know what went wrong, but something went wrong, and he said, "I want to leave San Antonio."
It was allegedly like so he got injured with his like quad or his knee.
Oh, because of where he went to outside
They
sources.
allegedly they misdiagnosed him. Then he went outside sources, and as soon as they
And
went,
once-
as soon as I read like he went to an outside source instead of trusting the team doctor.
Yeah, that's
I was
what
like, that's
created
over,
the
dog.
separation.
That's over.
Yeah.
Why can't you just say like, okay, the team doctor was wrong, got my outside, so like, why is that such a? I don't get why that would be such a.
Yeah,
deal
like
breaker.
he's just trying to truly figure out what's wrong with him. So I mean, if I was injured, I'd be trying to truly figure out what's wrong with me. You know what I'm saying?
So you get a second source, but why does that mean I don't like this whole Spurs
Yeah,
organization?
yeah.
Organization.
Fire the doctor. If the doctor did his job wrong, which is always possible, which is always a possibility.
Most definitely.
Why just like, okay, I got my second opinion, which is really what's wrong. Fix it, keep moving forward. Like,
Yeah.
why was
Yeah, and
that
if
wrong?
anything,
What's
just
the
get
next
just
step?
get your second opinion, then come back and then be like, okay, this is what they told me, but they took it. I think the Spurs just took it the wrong way. They took it the wrong way, bro.
Yeah. Would y'all ever truly get a private jet? Like if you had the capital to get a private jet,
I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and I told him like,
without a doubt, like, you would.
I want if I ever make
Dog, how much are private jets?
like 200 million.
200 million. Let me see this.
If I ever
quite a
have
bit,
that amount of money to where I can afford a private, not just buy one, afford it, like a pilot, all that, I'm getting a private jet.
Like, why not? Man?
But at that point, I'm gonna. It's a necessity. It's not just like, okay, I want a private
All right,
jet.
so private
Yeah.
jets are between $3 million and $90 million.
Okay, that's less than 200.
Yeah.
But if you're making that much money where you're considering a
yeah,
private jet,
but
so
you
you
have
probably
a
need
business.
probably need to be making at least 200 mil if you want to buy
Well,
a
you
jet,
could
like-
also use it as like
private jet.
tax write-off. Like if you have a business or whatever, you could
Oh, yeah,
just
that's-
buy it and then you can use it like charter other people when you're not using it.
rent it
you know,
out. type
Rent
of
it
thing.
out.
Yeah.
That's true.
But you
yeah,
have to
make-
hire
make your money
pilots and
work.
all that stuff.
Dang, I don't know.
But if you're making that much money, you're probably traveling a lot.
Yeah.
well, you got to be making some business moves like across the country. Like you know how you went to China.
Yeah.
So let's say like whenever you got your thing going on in China, you had to go to China real quick to take care of some.
Even
business.
not just trying to say you in California, then you got to go to New York and
York
back
and
like
back,
six
yeah.
times in a
Yeah.
couple weeks or
in the
in
same
Texas.
week, like in the
In the-
same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long a flight that is.
When you're going to cities just
Damn,
for one
that's
day,
like an hour or two.
and now you're like a high profile person, so you
On a
can't
private
just
jet
what?
from Cali to NY.
You said an hour, dog?
It's not an hour.
No.
Yeah,
no.
what kind of
I'm
jet you
sure-
be on?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
What kind
Go
of
jet,
jet?
go. A 2-person.
That is
Hey, bro, by the time
Bro,
we
that's
by
gonna
the
be like
time
$1 billion jet, bro. You stole that from the
that
military
is
base.
crazy. And you're on that GTA. Bro,
yeah, everybody chasing that dude.
yeah, you're going up the ramp, dog. That is
1
crazy.
hour, no, that's crazy.
Nah, bro, I tried that stuff so many times trying to go into the
GTA?
Air Force
Dude,
Base.
there's
bro.
there's no winning. There's no winning.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, that was my favorite game for the longest time.
That's
Like,
such
Like, just to mess around, bro. Like that's just so fun.
but
bro.
low key, bro, like if you have some like anger in you, bro, you gotta take it.
Let's go destroy some stuff. That's such a that game is. I wish they could come out with 6, but I get why they're not coming out
Yeah,
with
they're
6.
coming out with a lot of
'Cause
online stuff.
5 is still making
Yeah.
Still
if
What's
if it's
crazy-
not
yeah.
the top grossing game, it dropped down to number 2. But until I think Fortnite came, GTA was the
Yeah.
top grossing, and that came out sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
We're juniors.
I think we were freshmen. Cause I remember
I
we were freshmen. Cause
You
I
may-
remember my brother was like, bro, I got the new GTA.
Oh,
I'm playing-
I thought you were talking about Fortnite, my bad. Yeah,
GTA 5.
Yeah. No, GTA, yeah, that came out.
Freshman
yeah,
year, I remember that.
early
And they just
as
keep
heck.
adding stuff to it.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of more
DLCs,
online beta stuff now. Yeah,
Dang, bro.
because I just saw a commercial. They came out with like another online.
They got a whole
edition.
casino. You
Yeah,
go and you
yeah.
play on the
Oh
casino.
yeah, bro.
It's like, damn,
More
bro.
missions, like, and they just keep adding and they're making.
I feel like Rockstar gave us our fix, like our other fix, cause like that was freshman year, so that's been like 7 years now.
Yeah.
So 7 or 8 years. I feel like Rockstar gave us a fix when they came out with Red Dead.
Yeah,
I still haven't finished the story, but
That's the
Red
thing
Dead
about-
goes crazy.
That's the thing
It's
about
so
Rockstar. They
crazy.
take their time and like they actually
And it's
make
crazy.
quality stuff.
You have
Yeah.
PS4 or X?
PS4.
I want to play Red Dead, but I don't have nobody to play online with because their online mode.
It's
Is it-
ridiculous.
I heard
Their
it's
online-
cool,
it's-
but
and
I
it's-
don't-
the thing
I don't
is-
know enough.
They're still working it out like they did GTA, so their online mode's really not even finished, and it's still growing. But what it has now, like,
what do you do on the online?
imagine GTA just set back in a Western
Yeah.
world, so it simplifies the game. There's no rocket launchers and airplanes.
Just pistols.
It's
straight
just
up.
pistols, revolvers, and horses. Nothing too
That's
fancy.
live, though.
Everybody just has the simple guns.
I literally just bought Red Dead, the first game, yesterday because I've been
The first
trying.
one?
Yeah, I've been trying to play like not I guess in order, if you will, because like the second one is prior to the
Yeah.
first. But
Yeah.
I just started it, but like bro, there's so much you can do just in the first Red Dead alone. Like I literally, because I remember playing like at your crib because y'all had it. But when I downloaded it, I was like, bro, like there's so much you can do. Like I kind of got lost.
And that was
bro.
back then, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Now, bro, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I wish though? You know the chariots you could take.
Yeah,
I wish you could just pinpoint where you want to go.
and fast travel.
Yeah, but you
Because
can't.
you be sitting there tapping A, riding a horse
Yeah.
all the way across the
Yeah,
map.
bro.
Like, bro, this is
Dude,
taking
like,
forever.
Hey,
like-
shout out Ellie Noir, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, Eleanor, have you played Eleanor?
Bro.
Crazy.
I
game.
almost got it. I almost
No,
got
you
it.
need
Give
to
it a try,
get
bro.
it.
Give it
Right
a
now
try.
it's probably like $5, bro.
Yeah.
True.
Well, they
Eleanor
came
goes
out
off.
with the remastered, but yeah, it's probably like $5 most likely.
Eleanor goes off, bro.
I mean, to me, I'm a history buff, so like that.
You like history, George?
Anytime,
Yeah.
anytime
This
I
was
can,
crazy to me.
anytime I can interact with history, because we can't time travel.
Yeah.
I mean, I read some stuff. We probably can, but
Yeah.
I
I read some stuff. We probably could time
probably
travel.
could time travel.
You
but,
think so?
Yeah, I saw this show the other day. Truly, this guy, he's an actor, but he's using his platform to truly solve the questions that he's been trying to solve himself for a while. And like he has different episodes, like one about the Bible, like the secrets of the Bible, things like that. Traces of Nazis, things like that.
Bro, I watched. Bro, that is.
Bro, when I saw you talking
we
about
ain't
that,
talking
Yeah,
about Nazis,
dude,
bro. The
bro.
Nazi
What
stuff
is it
is
called?
wild. Hunting Hitler.
Hunting Hitler.
Bro, when I saw you talk about that, I was like,
Bro,
bro, like
that's-
I'm glad you finally caught on, bro. 'cause
Bro, that is
yeah.
wild.
No, isn't that crazy?
They made it out. I don't.
They
Okay.
did.
In conclusion,
Wait, did you finish it?
Did you finish? It's 6 seasons.
I did. There's 6.
Yeah.
I haven't finished. Do I need to finish it?
I mean, not that you. I mean, I advise you
I'm
to.
almost to the end of
not
the
that,
third.
not like you're gonna miss out or anything, because like you're gonna find out
We're gonna find out
regardless.
eventually.
Yeah.
I feel like we should talk about that.
yeah,
Like, that-
What happened to him?
I put my
Well, yeah.
I put Ryan on, bro, and like.
I'm only at the end of the third.
Well, okay, well, you
No,
let us know.
regardless,
if you want to
bro.
talk about it, bro,
Because
we
like
talk
it-
about it.
because
Bro, we don't talk about
No,
it.
yeah,
Talk
this,
about
this,
it.
because
Yeah,
I mean
go ahead,
the
Nick.
results are the same. Like I mean, you're gonna
Well, yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna find out more and more that they did behind the scene, like behind everybody's like back.
With like escape routes and all that.
yeah. Like
They use a submarine.
it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me how like I mean, of course, World War II is bad, but like we went through. Like World War II was bad, but like we lived the rest of our lives, not the rest of their lives, like 45 and on, thinking like they were all dead.
And they were just chilling.
They were
Jeez.
I mean, chilling, but they were rebuilding
Rebuilding.
for the
Oh,
Fourth Reich, bro.
yeah.
So what happened? Why did it fail? Did you get that far? Like why did the Fourth Reich?
Hitler
never-
died.
Well,
ultimately.
Hitler died
Yeah.
ultimately. Yeah.
So he actually did.
Hitler had a disease.
no, he did escape.
had
Yeah,
a
he did
disease.
escape. He
Where?
died. He died in the '60s for sure.
Where?
I think it's in Argentina.
Argentina.
Or, if
So
not,
he actually did. I
No,
always
yeah.
thought, from what
He-
I've
he-
seen so far, I was like, maybe he didn't make it out, but everybody else
No,
around
So
Yeah,
him.
basically,
yeah.
hey Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, because you know it, right? So basically, they were in Germany, right? They got into a submarine somewhere
yeah,
in Europe.
they took a submarine
From Europe, basically.
from Europe, bro.
It
and
was
they-
Northern Europe, right?
Yeah, they went all the way around.
Was it
the-
Europe or Africa?
No, it was Europe.
Europe, okay.
Yeah. It was in the bunker in Germany. Yeah, and they literally took a whole ass route all the way around South America. Yeah, South America just to get.
Oh.
Yeah, just to get to.
They went the other way.
Yeah,
around the world.
yeah. actually no, they went straight down.
Okay.
But the thing is though, there was like when he started off the show, they talk about how how there were multiple theories on how he got there, and
You got the northern route and the southern route.
yeah, and like the flying things, like just different things like that. But they had taken all the way there, and there's just many accounts of people like locals who live there, not just Nazis, but locals that said they saw Hitler.
Bro, you know what's crazy?
saw
They
Hitler.
went to that exact beach
Yeah.
where all the submarines were coming.
Yeah.
Right? And then so they had a picture, right? They took a picture where like
Keep going,
literally
I'll let you know.
submarines were like lined up on the beach or something. Remember that?
Yeah.
Was that part
like
of it?
yeah, they were trying to figure out whether a submarine
Have you guys
actually
that part yet?
Mm-mm.
they were trying to figure out whether an actual submarine actually pulled up, because there was an account of an older lady who she said exactly she was outside her house and all she saw
She
was
described that exact
the
exact
that
submarine.
day. Yeah, all she saw were these submarines pulled up and just saw a lot of people come out, and she assumed that they were Nazis.
But she was a
Just-
little girl. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just due to like this all the stuff that was going on. I mean, relatively little, because she had to have
Well,
some
that's what I'm
type of
saying.
knowledge.
Well,
yeah.
that she was old enough to tell
Yeah,
the story.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so soon to find out, there was traces of like not just the submarines, but like traces of like actual artifacts in that lake.
And they took planes. I remember in season 3 they took the plane. They found the propeller, and the one dude had got the like pilot's jacket for life with the Nazis.
Yeah.
And then they found like the books of how they funded all the people who were migrating.
Yeah.
Went through the Catholic Church.
Yes.
Got false identities from the
Yes.
Red Cross.
Yes.
See, even the Catholic Church were hiding Nazis, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Which is the craziest thing.
Because you
ever,
gotta think
'cause,
about
like,
it. Nazis or the communists. Communists destroy churches. Nazis don't. So you have to like.
Yeah, and then they were kind of like hold to their will too a little bit, but even then though, yeah, you're definitely right about that. It's crazy.
Wasn't
bro.
there like a underground like railroad track, or like where they had like literally all these weapons for the fourth coming basically?
I literally.
You remember that? Like it was like there's overgrown.
It's been a while. Like
There's
I literally.
overgrown grass, and like they opened like one of these doors, and like there was like just boxes full of just like ammunition. and
I'm
stuff.
pretty
Never
sure
got that far.
I'm pretty sure you're right on that.
That
bro. 'Cause
compound-
It's been so long since I've seen like the show.
I didn't finish the show, but like so basically, how did they deem like Hitler basically came to Argentina? Because you're a pretty good history.
There's
buff,
just there's
I
so
mean.
much.
Wait, hold up, just to fill it for people who are lost. We're talking about it was a conspiracy theory, but it's not a conspiracy
Not
theory.
anymore. Most
The
definitely.
actual facts of how at the end of World War II, even though we think all the like Germans and the Nazis died, all the Nazis died, all the high-ranking officials of the Nazi Party pretty much had an escape plan and escaped Germany to South America, more specifically like Argentina and Chile, and made it out alive. Just to kind of put it all.
Well,
They
did
all-
they really die? We have neo-Nazis here.
So that's the thing. That's
Descendants.
Those are
what I'm
descendants.
saying,
So
dog.
there's this dang, it's been that long, bro. But there's this small community, in South America. I can't.
Oh, I know exactly what you're
Yeah,
talking
there's
about.
a small community in South America that's not even Germany. It's not German
It's a
at
little
all.
Germany.
Yeah, it's literally a little Germany. Like this is where most of the it's
Descendants.
it's a fort. It's basically a huge fort, bro. Like
the
you
one that turned into the tourist place.
yes,
I know what you're talking.
Yes,
I want to
bro.
go there just to
Bro,
see it.
like, bro, like, and all these people, like, keep in mind that all these people were not even German when they migrated there or traveled there.
Nah.
These people were Spanish-speaking people and everything, but now
It's a German community.
it's a
now,
German
dog.
community.
That's crazy.
like, and it's full of Aryan, white, blue-eyed people. Like, it's
this
crazy.
was in Chile, right, or somewhere.
I think it's called Bariloche.
Yeah.
Something. Oh my goodness! It's it's either that one or another one, but I can't like.
And
say
they were
it.
sneaking around in the tunnels and then got kicked
Yeah.
out, and
Yeah.
no one really.
Is that where the cemetery, where they like went over the cemetery and like they literally saw a Nazi, like a swastika?
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, I
know
maybe
what you're
talking about something different. I'm talking
No.
about earlier.
No, because I know. Yeah, I think we're talking about the same thing, but I know what you're talking about too. It's been so long. I might need to go rewatch that thing. But
Wait, so
yeah,
it's just crazy. It's just crazy how that
Like,
timeline is.
Yeah,
bro.
like
'Cause
regardless of
because-
what they found or anything, they escaped. Most of them, all for sure, most of the high-ranking Nazis escaped, and Hitler escaped.
well,
for sure.
Cuba was affiliated. Castro was affiliated, right?
I can't say for certain.
What you mean? They said it in the documentary.
I can't say for certain. I mean, I have to go back. I don't want to speak on something that I don't know.
I could have
Okay.
sworn they like something with Cuba. They were planning to assassinate JFK. Like just that whole timeline.
Oh, that's the Bay of Pigs, but.
That's what I'm saying. Bay of Pig. I thought they did something about like Bay of Pig. I don't know.
Oh no!
You're the history buff.
So, yeah, so it's so those are the timelines are kind of different from that, but he did die from what I know is around in the 60s, if not early 60s, just due to just complicated.
Well, why does everybody else stop?
'Cause-
Why,
What do you mean? What is who?
if
stopped?
Hitler dies,
Okay.
if they're
So-
already working towards it, why does everybody else stop?
So the high-ranking Nazis, or like the ones that were like part of the SS, those ended up eventually dying. But not that their agendas haven't stopped, but it's just not as big as to where it is. Like, of course, there are descendants that have migrated or traveled and live here in the U.S. now, but it's not.
When the originators are
Yeah, exactly. When the originators of the plan aren't there, it kind of just ruined.
Kind of just like
They're like,
Yeah,
we're already
crumbles.
the underdog. They already
Yeah, and
did
especially
this-
with-
because they were like
this-
60s and
especially with
70s,
the mass
right?
majority, yeah, especially with the mass. Well, when they were living well, not really, because I mean, even when Hitler was on the,
Living well.
He was still kind
What?
of sick, huh?
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like they're older.
okay, yeah.
The original plan to overthrow another. What do we call it?
Yeah, they were trying to take over the whole thing. Yeah, they're
But
taking over the
I'm
whole
saying
world.
they're older, so they're dying off.
Yeah, exactly. But even when he was on the top of the world, like he was the man, if you so will. He had Alzheimer's. He was
He was like bipolar. Like he was like mentally.
there was a lot of stuff going on with him, and
messed
like
up.
there's a lot of videos where if you research, you'll find that he's always covering his left hand because it's shaky.
Shaky.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
he
crazy.
like he was going through some stuff, and that's what allowed him to even put his own soldiers, his like not the SS, but when I say SS, I mean it's like the higher elite Nazis,
Right.
but
Yeah.
the soldiers, like that's why he put them on drugs because of his. It was all propaganda, bro. Literally of how it all came about, like on how he rose to power, but. Because even like the true German like people, like the true German government officials, not just because there's two different things. Because like Hitler started his own party, which was the Nazi party, but it's not what it was called at the time. But he came about his own ideals, his own ideologies about how things should be ran. But before he came about, there was actual true government officials that were in Germany, and there's this term called Valkyrie, where if the SS were to die or anything like that, or the high government officials were to die, and anybody were trying to take over the government. I mean, not just the Nazis, but the government as a whole, because Germany was still its own country, not just country, but states and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If that were to happen, then the Germany government officials would come in and take over just to save Germany. If that makes sense. So, so there was a plot to assassinate Hitler, and there's a movie about it. What's his name? I don't know his name. Damn, he's a famous actor. It came out in like 2008 or something. There was an actual coup that was made.
Inglourious Bastards.
That's a TV show.
No,
That's
that's a movie. That's a movie.
That's
That's
a
a
movie.
movie, and it
That's
has
a
to do
movie.
with Nazis.
Yeah, that's a movie, but
I don't know if that was
no,
I know
yeah,
what you're talking about.
no, yeah, but it's a
Is that
separate.
with Brad Pitt?
It was funny. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
those funny movies.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Rapid, but
Rapid,
it
yeah.
but it's separate. It's so it's called Valkyrie. So there was a coup made on Hitler that he needed, that they were trying to assassinate him, blow him up, literally plant a bomb, blow him up, and they tried to blow him up in the bunker, which would have definitely killed him. But they happened to move the meeting to a different venue, and so I mean it killed people around him, but it didn't kill him. But aside from that, so they try to do a coup d'etat on him, and that was to believe that if Hitler was dead, then the SS themselves are trying to take over Germany, which according to German law that wasn't fitting. So the rule of Valkyrie is they were trying to hold the integrity of Germany and not let the SS just take over because Hitler's dead. Because at the time Hitler was known to be like the man in charge.
Yeah.
So, but it came to find out that Hitler didn't die, and then the people that were trying to pull the coup, they were found. They were exposed, and then they ended up getting assassinated or just killed off. But those people that pulled the coup, they were people that were prior to Hitler coming into power. Those were people that were in charge of Germany, literally, because they didn't believe in what Hitler was doing at all. It's a really good movie, honestly. You should watch it. But aside from that, he was giving all the drugs he could to the soldiers, because not that the soldiers didn't believe in what he was doing, but like the heights that he was going into, like just saying like only us type of people should be living, nobody else. It's like, it's crazy, bro. Like, it's so extreme. So like you have to put these people or these soldiers in a mindset to where like nothing else matters but this guy's beliefs.
Yeah.
And the only way I live and my family lives is if I abide those. Yeah. It's freaking
History's wild, and like, okay, so we've been learning all our life, like the Nazis died, World War II ended, that was the end of the Nazis. And so that turns out to all be fake and false.
Yeah, I mean,
so like,
for the
what
most
else
part,
do we think we know that
we don't know?
that we don't even?
yeah, bro. Like,
not
that's
even
what I'm saying.
close
It's
to
crazy
knowing.
how, like, I mean, because the U.S. just wanted to get over World War II and just like live in prosperity, and which we did,
and start.
We
It's really the
just-
Cold War. It's like,
yeah.
okay, we have to.
and just
We're done
move
with
on.
the Nazis. Now we got the
The
communists.
Russians, yeah, exactly.
The communists and the Russians up. So now we have to make that switch of
Same thing, yeah.
priorities. So were they?
Yeah, basically.
Communists? Okay.
Basically.
So you got Russia and China coming up. Now we have to switch that.
Japan too. God.
Japan. So it's like.
Yeah, I mean, we killed off Japan for the most part in World War II.
Yeah, we come
Like,
in
in Okinawa. Yeah.
So like, what if the Nazis like create that nuclear bomb that they?
See,
were
that's another
breathing?
thing too, bro. Like when we killed off the Nazis, we just gladly brought in this guy named von Braun.
He was a Nazi, bro.
He was a Nazi.
A lot of the scientists that were
Exactly.
part of the Cold War were
You know what's
Nazis.
crazy? You know what's
Von
crazy?
Braun is basically the founder of NASA, bro. Basically, bro. Like he's
that crazy Nazi scientist. He would like experiment on people. Like
He lived out his life. Yeah.
He ill will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just doing crazy.
yeah.
All the medical or a lot of the medical research that we have today in the United States
Is
we
bigger.
had in that book he wrote. Wait,
Yeah.
isn't that crazy?
Yeah, bro.
That
Because
came
like
from him.
we
understand
were
what
so
that
He was the
far
only one who was
behind.
crazy
We were
enough
so
to-
far
to
To
behind.
experiment, but
Yeah.
if he wasn't the one to experiment like these crazy,
we wouldn't know.
we
yeah.
wouldn't know, and we wouldn't be saving people's lives today, bro. Like that's what's crazy. Like how it's just how
It really just comes full
circle, right?
It's
That's crazy.
It's kind of
Sometimes nature balances itself out.
yeah.
somehow, which is
Somehow.
just
crazy.
But it's because we glorify this dude Von Braun, and I mean he did do a lot, which he did bring a lot of different research to the table. But it's just like this guy was helping these Nazis, and like I mean he put himself in a good position, man, and he knew what position he was in. Like y'all, I mean you could kill me, but like you're gonna lose out on all this stuff that I know.
Yeah.
Not just that I know.
Nazis were smart.
Yeah, not just that I know about stuff about the Nazis, but stuff that I've done on my own, like own research and things like that. So like that's why the U.S. couldn't really say no. Like they had to bring him in,
And it was either
keep
they
him
take
alive.
him or the Russians take him.
That
so it's
too.
Like,
That
okay,
too.
we
And
gotta
I'm
take
sure,
him.
damn sure at the time they
Too.
they weren't gonna give it up, bro.
That too.
That's what's crazy, bro. Especially how like you know that's crazy how Germany they have like those underground railroad or underground tunnels. You know,
There's
because
so
like
many, bro.
so
That's basically how he kind of escaped, bro.
that's what I'm saying, bro.
yeah.
Because they knew it was gonna come to an end, right? So
Sooner
they
or
built
later.
these underground tunnels for them to just, but these are like massive tunnels, right? Massive. That's what's insane.
And link them all
Concrete.
going north and south.
Link them, bro. Like north, south, west.
So like I kind of think about it too, like not that what he did and what he preached for was good, but like what if like our country was more aligned with not his beliefs whatsoever, but like what if our society, not just society, but what if our society here in the United States was all more aligned with like everybody's beliefs, like you know how
one common thing.
yeah, maybe not for sure, not what he believed in, but like because as bad as they were a pretty dominant force, and like they got
Because they were working
work
together.
They believe in one goal.
Exactly.
Just like how North Korea is, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's you kind of forced to do that.
Yeah, a little forced.
That's even.
I mean, Germany,
Yeah,
you're forced too, for the most part. I mean, not.
Yeah, what you mean for the most part? Yeah.
But I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like Germany was already like an established country, and then
Yeah.
he came and kind
Oh
of.
yeah, exactly.
North Korea is like okay, like everybody
It's been.
doesn't even like.
It's been like
Everybody's tracked.
Everybody is in
yeah.
the dark pretty much.
Yeah,
like,
you only have access to like 2 or 3 websites or something.
and the websites are fake. Like, they're
Yeah.
all propaganda.
Yeah.
Bro, that stuff's crazy.
But I think it's hard to do that with
Yeah, that's the thing,
America.
exactly, 'cause
too many people come from
everybody-
too many different
Yeah.
places and backgrounds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's never bad either because new perspectives are always good perspectives, in my opinion.
So like we don't really have like,
A
we
common
don't
culture.
really have one dominant. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
everything's so like.
Yeah, and everybody
It's
has
bad,
a right to do what they want, you know?
Well,
for the most part.
Well, in 2019, you can really do whatever you want. I think we've opened Pandora's box with the whole like with just everything, with the social life,
Yeah,
just
social. Yeah,
doing and getting away. Because okay, I get it.
A
And
lot more is exposed now than anything.
I have to change some of my views. Cause like, okay, even though I thought this was really wrong or this was like it should really be this way, not this way. Maybe it doesn't have to be that way. But opening that box, some people have gone
left.
way too far. Like,
Yeah.
just because it's 2019 doesn't mean you just get to do whatever you want.
Like yeah, I remember like growing up, bro. Like we would say some things that might hurt people's feelings today. You know what I'm saying? Like how you know what I'm talking about? Like we would say things like jokingly, of course, like to our friends. But I feel like if kids were to say it today, like society's so soft. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
It's too
the
open,
new
like-
generation's so like soft and like it's like oh that's offensive. So like it's just kind of crazy like how like it's just changed because like it
Nobody wants to be bullied or have any type of
Yeah, I mean yeah in a way, but like we would just joke around and say like some crazy stuff like funny stuff.
Even like you can't say you throw like a girl no more. That was such a common saying. Everybody said
Yeah.
you throw like a girl. Like
Yeah.
oh
that
yeah,
gets
yeah,
you
yeah.
in. You can't even say woman. Or no, you can't. You can't even say woman. You can't say female.
Yeah, you can't. You just
I
can't
got
put,
attacked because
it's
I
hard
said-
to. It's hard to put like.
You can't say female.
You can't say female because
who?
okay.
I mean,
this is how it was told
would
to
have
me,
to
and
know,
I
bro.
got attacked. Female is degrading the woman to like the basic like female. You can be a female anything. Like female is just you have male and female. So apparently calling females is like degrading them just to their
Core. like, to
parts,
what they
which
are.
doesn't make sense. Like you are a
I mean,
female.
we're male, but like,
Like,
the
we're male, they're
but
female.
I feel like that's just a
fabricated thing.
Yeah, but like a construct they put upon themselves because of course we're unfortunately I still feel like we're in a man's world, which is kind of unfortunate. Like everybody,
We are.
and yeah, exactly. So that's only due to just society putting like their beliefs on people, and that like that's what makes them feel like. I had a conversation with one of my two coworkers like maybe a few weeks back, maybe a month ago. We were at a tailgate, and she was like, honestly, it's hard for girls. I was like, I mean, I understand, but like, why is it hard? Cause you're your person, especially now in 2019. You're definitely your own person.
I feel
now.
like girls have so much power.
Yeah.
Hey,
If you could use your,
It's like why is it? I mean, why is it hard? I mean, I can see why it'd be hard back in the '60s or something when like guys are just hitting on
not
girls
even
left
dog.
and right.
You go if you back further, like when
I
they
mean,
couldn't
yeah,
vote,
like
they
suffrage,
couldn't
stuff
vote.
like that. Yeah, most
Suffrage,
definitely.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
like even that. That's what I'm saying. But like, I don't see how it could be.
But I get
that
it.
much.
If you look at the stats, like I see like there's a stats out there. It was like how there's a woman, there's a male that worked the same job, but the male is getting paying more than
the same
woman.
job.
female.
The same job.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
basically,
I don't know the context behind
Yeah.
it, but like why is he getting paid more if they have the same position or whatever? But I feel like at the end of the day, like we're always going towards like, forward. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna go.
it's going
honestly,
slow. It's
though,
not gonna happen
Yeah,
overnight.
and I think honestly, by the time we're like
Old
mid
down the road.
30s, 40s,
Mid-30s.
I really don't think any of this like constructs that have been put are even gonna matter. I think most of like once
It's gonna be old news.
Yeah, like once of these older people kind of just not.
That's really what it is.
Once these older people die off, which is
the
unfortunate.
CEOs of major
Yeah,
companies.
once these-
and
yeah.
new people start to get put in the.
because we see it as it should be. Like just people are people. Like
Well, yeah, that's our generation.
Exactly.
We see people as people.
exactly,
I
regardless
think
of
so, yeah.
male or female. Yeah, because yeah, they say like how you're saying like yeah, it's bad. Like you shouldn't. It's hard. Like, you shouldn't say female, but I feel like the reason why they say we shouldn't say female because it degrades them is because the man's world that we're in and we see them as like a sexual, like not just sexual, but we see them as like just a thing more than anything. But that's,
Yeah.
I feel like it's because there's still that construct there, but we don't see it that way. By the time we're adults, we change the narrative,
Because we grew up different with different.
Exactly.
I feel like I truly feel like
I just hope it
I
passes
truly
over.
feel like I truly feel
I
like
just hope
our
it passes
generation
over.
is like that generation to like truly
set
change
the
the stage like
yeah.
standard, you know what I'm saying, like truly change the game in a way like
But it's gonna take a lot of people dying. or
Yeah.
not. Like, that sounds terrible, but it's a lot of because
man.
if you grew up 60 years of your life thinking one way, you don't just someone just can't come and say change
Yeah.
you. That's
You
That's-
would
that's
really
you're
have to.
ingrained
You would
in
really
it.
have to like
Yeah.
change the.
Especially like my perspective. I don't want any kids, dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't-
what?
I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
gotta have something, bro.
Yeah.
What happens when
I
the
think-
rest of us have
I think-
kids?
I
You
think
just never
my-
gonna
Ah,
have no kids.
I'll be Uncle Ryan, dog.
I
I'll be
think
Uncle Ryan.
I think my first kid would be an adopted kid. If I'm being honest, though, I feel like there's a lot of kids out there that need help.
I would adopt a kid. If I was gonna do
I
the
think that'd be
family
I mean, not my first kid, but I think about my first person I'd take in, and then I'd have my own, just to see like if I can actually, because I don't see.
But you can't just give it back to adopted kids.
Oh no!
That's what you're saying.
Not at all.
Like, oh, I can't do this. Here you go.
Oh, hell no!
That would be so mean.
Hell
Imagine getting
no.
adopted and giving back.
Hell no.
I like that. I like
but
that, 'cause I know there's
feel
a lot
like
of-
yeah.
there's
There's
so
too
many,
many. There's too many.
that are stuck
bro.
in that system, you know.
Yeah, bro.
I saw a movie with Mark Wahlberg. I forgot what it's called, but like where he adopts it, or they go on trials to see if they could adopt a kid, and like
Yeah.
I just seen the whole struggle. At the end of it, it was beautiful. Like it was crazy because they can't have a kid, him and his wife, and they end up adopting.
It hit
Two-
home
two
when
kids.
my best friend from back home, his parents adopted a kid, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that. I need to do that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, because you're literally
Cause like I'm not. I mean, he is my best friend, and like we just don't see each other that often and anymore. Not too often, but whenever like I go over to the house, whenever I go home and stuff, and then, I mean I'm close with their kid name's Damien. He's yeah, man, he's a great kid. So like that just gave me even more motivation to like do it. So
Damn.
I think that's for sure.
that'd be.
And
cool.
honestly, that's why. Like the only reason I say like, I guess I kind of put it in bad words like try it out, but like, cause I don't see myself.
Well,
with-
you know-
I don't see myself like I don't see myself with like a girl anytime soon, like going that route. So that's why I'd be like adopting, like it'd be on like just me. You
Like
know what I'm
single
saying?
parent type
yeah,
thing?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I feel like there'd be a true trial to my.
That could be a whole
to,
trend. I
to
can
my
see
old
that.
self. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Because I don't see myself. We already heard the story. We talked about it. Like right now, my trust.
No,
It's not
bro,
everything.
bro,
And I
my
was-
trust.
And you're supposed to have
my
me-
trust,
Oh,
bro.
You're supposed to
yeah.
be my
My
wife and have
trust,
my
bro.
kid.
Well, you haven't had a girlfriend like in high school, right?
Mm-mm.
Well, yeah, Nick.
I tried, man. I lied to you.
Bro.
I tried. I
I
tried.
Bro,
tried.
I'm right there with you, bro.
Nah,
God.
Nick has some scars, bro. Nick has some scars for sure.
Girls just be lying left and right, especially the one that I went to prom with. I knew her for maybe about 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
No, longer than that. That's a lie. Longer than that. I had hit her up prior to that, and then she hit me up like literally 2 weeks prior to prom. She's like, "Hey, you want to go to prom with me?" Through DM, but like not that matters. But I was like, "Yeah, for sure." Like she hadn't hit me up in a long time, and I was like, "Yeah, like hell yeah, she's cute as hell, and she still is, you know." But so like come to find out, like the guy that she was with. This is after I was already heartbroken with another girl, so I was hoping this. I was hoping this girl was the one.
That's what happens
bro.
to people.
Yeah, bro. And then like literally after prom, like we were talking and all this stuff, and then she's like, "Oh, because I was going to college, she thought I was gonna go party and cheat on her." So I was like, "No, like I want you. This is what I want." And she said, like her friends kept telling me she didn't trust me. And I was like, what? I mean, how do you go based off of that? But anyway, soon to find out the following week. She posted a story on that app. Remember that app? The one that did the little
Photo?
gifs. Yeah, Fahoda. Yeah, Fahoda. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the double triple H's, bro.
Yeah.
She posted a little video with some dude that I know for literally a week after prom, bro.
What?
And I was like, yeah, for sure. You thought I was gonna cheat on you. It
Yeah.
turned out it was the other way.
You know why? Because you were doing.
You
You
were
already
doing
you're
that.
already guilty.
Yeah,
You're already
bro.
guilty.
It was like, damn. But yeah, so I was like putting all my, I mean, not literally all my money, but like I was banking on this girl to be like the one that I was gonna go off with. But
I don't think the girl that's gonna be the one is in my life yet.
yeah, same.
I don't think like
Same.
she's not even nowhere near close to being in my. I've not met one girl where I was like,
Trying to go to Europe, bro. Trying to get me a 4.
no, I'm trying to go. Yo, I'll go anywhere. I don't think.
No, I mean, yeah,
I don't
for
think I'm gonna
sure,
find
for
my
sure.
wife
It don't
inside
matter.
of Texas.
No,
Inside
I
of
think
Texas.
that's
I think
true.
I have to leave
I
Texas.
think that's true.
I have to
Yeah, I'm
leave
with you
Texas.
on
I
that.
think my ideal wife is somewhere on the West Coast
Probably
or the East Coast.
graduate
Just,
school.
just not Texas.
Graduate school, huh?
Graduate school somewhere. Texas just doesn't-
Graduate school.
Even like I know I'm gonna be moving. I don't know where I'm gonna like city wise in the next.
Where would you want to be?
Damn, Skylar said he was going to Vegas.
Yeah, like
I was like, damn.
I don't know
Dude,
where I
Siler's
want to
moving
be.
to Vegas?
Yeah,
That's what he said.
soon. Like I have no clue where I would really be in the next like 5-6 years. So say I did get into like a serious relationship down here, how would that play out if all of a sudden I'm moving halfway across?
I think about that stuff too, bro. Like how kind of bringing history into it, but like I feel like genuine love isn't there anymore unless you truly go through some stuff with them. At least now, I feel like as cliche as it is, back in the day, like when you didn't have technology and all you could do was write back to people. There's people literally writing back within over 100 miles or maybe even across the world. People fighting in wars for writing back to their loved ones, saying I love you when I get back. I'm gonna marry you, all this stuff, and they still kept that love. And like I feel like that was true, genuine.
Or even when people were less mobile, you would stay in the same town vicinity forever, so you would know somebody, or you would really grow with somebody. Blah
that
blah
too.
blah.
Yeah, I mean,
now it's like everybody moves
also
around. You can be real mobile. You can know a whole lot of people, so you don't have to only interact with a.
Be almost too mobile.
I just don't
maybe too
mobile. So like the world's changing.
Damn.
Like the world's changing. Relationships are changing. Like.
Just found out some shit the other day about my actual ex.
She been
my high school. Yeah, bro, with this dude that I thought. I mean, they didn't. Not that I know if they didn't get together, but I found out that they were DMing like while we were still trying to fix some stuff, like talking like, oh, I can't wait to do this. Can't wait to do like be a DM, bro. Like, bro. Yeah, but with the dude that I thought like I've known this dude since we were maybe 8, 7, bro, and like
so there's history.
Yeah, bro, like not even just with her, but like history between us, like and with his family, like everything, bro. Yeah. And I was like, damn, like if there was a person I could trust, like besides my best friend from back home, it would be him, like for sure. But like, damn, I was like, damn, you really be doing stuff.
Can't trust him. That's the word of the day. Can't trust him.
Can't trust him. I want in the big letters right here. Can't trust him.
Can't trust him. I'm at it. Well, boys, we've been at it for like almost. We're going on 2 hours.
Oh, it's a little Joe Rogan thing.
I've been watching too much Joe. I love Joe Rogan.
Hey,
Joe Rogan goes crazy.
Dude, peace out to Joe Rogan because he's out there to find the facts, and I commend you for that, bro.
Just having the conversations.
Yeah, having the conversations.
He's so knowledgeable.
Just from talking to people.
Just staying open, bro. Keeping your open mind.
This whole idea, I started watching Joe Rogan, and that's what made me like. I always thought like, okay, I want a show. I want some type of like dialogue show. I didn't know how I wanted to do it, and I started watching Joe Rogan, and like I was like, bam, I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm just gonna start. I don't know where it's gonna go, but I'm just gonna start it, see how it works.
Yeah, bro. I bet you next time we get on the show, you're gonna have some legit mics coming up, right?
Oh yeah, we gonna keep stepping it up slowly. Yeah, starting the process. I appreciate you guys for being at the beginning of the process. Always my bros, you know. Bring everybody up. Everybody eats. It's been episode 2 of the KG Show. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, you know, TLOKG.
I slipping on trip. I started no switch.
Always with the gang, yeah. Always with the gang, yeah. Always with the gang, yeah. Nigga, you ain't gang, yeah.